everyone and welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Today is release day for Lawn Fawn. I'm so excited to be sharing these new goodies for you. You may have seen some of them in our walk through the Stamp Village at Creativation. You can check that video in the top right hand corner. Now I also did a quick live video at Creativation when I did a make and take, and you'll see that sample a little bit later on. And again, you can check that video out also in that top right hand corner as well. Now I have lots of the goodies here. There are a couple of things I didn't order. I didn't order the double-sided tape because I have tons of those, and it was a tear tape that I already have lots of. I also didn't order the clear embossing powder because again I have lots of clear embossing powders, so I didn't think I needed that in my craft room, but they are available. And there's some new assortments of the cardstock. Now you all know I love my Lawn Fawn cardstock, and because I order it all in individual colour packs, I didn't feel I needed the assortments in my craft room as well. However, I'm going to take you through the new colours, and then you can decide whether you need the assortments or if you feel that the assortments would suit your craft room better. And I'll link both options in the video description for you so you can make the decision what works best for you. But let's dive into some of those new goodies, and I do have a giveaway of some of the new goodies as well, so you can check that out at the end of the video. I'll tell you how to enter our giveaway, but let's dive into those new cardstock. So first of all, we have number 2 pencil. This is a completely new colour of cardstock from Lawn Fawn. I would call it maybe a mustardy kind of colour. Now we have it in the cardstock. We also have a new ink pad in that same matching colour. So I really like how their inks and their cardstocks all match together perfectly. And then they've taken some of the previous cardstock colours and made those, ink pad colours I should say, and made those into cardstocks. So earlier last year we got the bundled, the sage leaf and the apricot, and they've now made those into cardstock. So now I have apricot cardstock and I have my sage leaf cardstock, so you can see they're beautiful colours. I think I'm going to be using this one a lot, and I really do kind of like this. It reminds me of an old Stampin' Up kind of in colour we had a while back, which I used to use a lot, so I'll be definitely using those in the craft room. We also have a couple of other new colours. We have a fog, which is a really kind of light grey off-white, which I like, just something a little bit different. And then this one at the bottom here is called Pencil Eraser, which I just think is really fun because it goes really nicely with that number 2 pencil as well. So that's going to go perfectly in the craft room. So you can get these in packs of 10 sheets, or you can get them in assortment packs. So you can choose either way. There's also a new assortment of ink cubes available, so that's another option you have available to you as well. Plus, we have new sparkle cardstock. So this is the spring collection. I'm going to open one up and show it to you. Now we had some of the first Lawn Fawn sparkle cardstocks come out last year, and they were so much fun to work with. Do you remember those wood grain cardstocks we got from them as well? So we have the lilac. How much fun is that? We have light blue, we have a really fun spring green, we have a lemon, and we have a pink. So really great spring Easter colours. And one thing I really like about sparkle cardstocks are the fact that they don't shed, and these are really nice. They're smooth. You can die cut them easily. There's just so many different things we can do with our glitter cardstocks. But let's also dive into all those stamps and dies, and there's some other new products that we haven't seen from Lawn Fawn before, which I'm excited to share with you. So let's dive into the stamps first of all. Now I should mention that all the stamps come with coordinating dies. I don't buy coordinating dies. If you watch the Hedgehog Hollow regularly, you'll know I have a scan and cut. I now have the DX, and again I'll link in that top right hand corner a comparison between the CM350 and the Scan and Cut DX. There's some links in there with sale links and all those kinds of things. But the reason why I go with a Scan and Cut rather than buying coordinating dies, and that's because I buy a lot of stamps, because crafting is my business. It's something I do full time. I create videos, and for me it's much more efficient to buy a Scan and Cut. I had to only sort of save 10 die sets before that paid for that Scan and Cut, and I can cut any kind of outline I want. I can cut really close line, I can cut inside the line, I can cut outside the line, lots and lots of different options. And somebody asked me about the mats. Are the new mats better than the old mats? Yes, the sticky lasts longer, and I do have some matte hacks. There's a video on its way. Does the Scan and Cut DX, is the scanner issue fixed? Yes, since I did the upgrade to the new software, the scanner is much better, although I didn't really have many issues beforehand. And I would either recommend using amalgam ink or the Extreme Black from MFT. Those two for me have been the best inks in my DX if you're looking for those. Again, check the links in the video description. I'll make sure they're there. I always link things up in the order that I do them in the video as well, so it's easy to find those links in the video description. But let's dive back in to those Lawn Fawn stamps. So the first set of stamps is the year 9, and if you're familiar with Lawn Fawn, you know every year they do a special edition to celebrate how many years they've been around. It's kind of an anniversary set, and this year we have tacos. So we have Let's Taco Bout, and we have so it says Let's Taco Bout It, or you can do excuse me, we can do Let's Taco About Your Birthday, and then we can add our little faces, and you can add little party hat or candles and things. So much fun in there. Then we have this set here, which is Wavy Sayings, and it's always nice to have a nice staple sentiment set. Happy birthday, congratulations, thinking of you, love you lots, feel better, waving hello, you're the best, thanks so much, flying by to say. And these fit in some of the new banners, which you'll be seeing later on. We also have a Spanish sayings set, and I got this one. I don't have any Spanish sayings, but it's always nice to have the option to add them to your card. These are called Spanish Scripty sayings, and if you have been watching Lawn Fawn for a while, you'll know these Scripty sayings are one of their signature options, and so they've now started to add them in different languages, so it's just another option there for you. We have Simply Celebrate Spring. So we have our graduation, we have our Easter eggs, butterflies, have a happy spring, our 4-leaf clovers. I like this little aeroplane pulling along the banner here. And we have our houses at the bottom here, those signature Lawn Fawn houses, which I love building into my scenes. Then we have a new add-on for our reveal wheel. So these are spring sentiments. So we have Easter, we have rock stars, Mother's Day, graduations, going away, you did it, congratulations. Lots of things in there. We also have some more reveal wheel add-ons coming on, which I'm excited to show you. I think they make our reveal wheels so much easier. This works with, it's called Rain or Shine Before and After. And what it does is it works with one of the new die sets. So this is one of the new die sets I'll be showing you later on. And it's a magic changer. So you can do this, look. So when you pull that tab, it changes. So the idea being you can do sun and rain and it changes in between. How cool is that? Of course, there's a tutorial on its way of how you put those cards together, but I just think they're so, so cool. Then for our planners out there, this one is all about meal planning. So you have lots of options for your planner about takeout, dining in, meatless Monday, vegetarian burgers, pizza night, all the things that you want to be able to plan in your planner there. And of course, all our little icons. And of course, you could use them in your cards and things as well. We have Oh Gnome. How cute is this set? Gnomes are so trendy, and I'm happy that gnomes have become trendy. I've always loved gnomes, and we're big fans of Gnomeo and Julia in this house. And this was a card that we made. This was my make and take card at Creativation, and it says, "Happy belated birthday to a friend like gnome other." How cute. I am in love with this stamp set. I think even Greg quite likes this stamp set too. He's nodding his head at me. It's just so, so cute. I can't wait to craft with this one. So there's this stamp set, and there's some really fun dies that are going to go with it that you'll see in a little while. We have Get Well and Afters, which is that stamp set that we used in this one here, this Get Well Soon. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? I just think it's so cute. I mean, to give it a little wiggle. So that was in a class as well. We have Rawrsome, because who doesn't want to be Rawrsome? I mean, come on. Those are so sweet. And dinosaurs seem to be really in fashion again. This is another one of those magic sliders using the Rawrsome stamp set. So you can see the little dinosaur with his egg, and then the egg opens and there's a baby dinosaur in there. Just how cool. So you can use this either way to create that magic slider. We have llamas. So this is Llama Tell You. And Greg suddenly has a huge love of llamas with the double L at the beginning. He now calls them Lilla Llamas. He didn't realize they had 2 L's at the beginning. So we now have real affiliation with llamas in our house. So that's a fun little anecdote in there. But we really like this one as well. We have this one is called Eggstra Amazing Easter, and we used this one for this card in our class. Lots of sparkle added in here, a vellum piece and a nice lawn fawn frame in the back, some of the new papers in here, and then we also used it for this reveal wheel card. And again, I'll get to some of the fun reveal wheel things later, but you can see, I'm trying to get my finger in it the wrong way round, but you can see how this just spins round. There we go. Once you get it going, it's easy. So that one too. Then we have more sentiments here. This one is Celebration Scripty Sentiments. You've got Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, happy, I can't read that, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving and graduation. I could not read that upside down. So again, a really nice staple sentiment set to use. Then we have Open Me. Who doesn't want an Open Me stamp set? And I like these little signs that you can fill out. Open me, open here. You're no ordinary friend. This is no ordinary card. Don't judge a card by its cover or by its envelope. It's what's inside that counts. I mean, how cute is this? And great for those interactive cards and things like that. If you've seen, they have a really great stamp set about pull me, touch me, push here, those kinds of things. And I think this complements that really, really nicely. Next up, we have Butterfly Kisses. And again, we have a sample under here somewhere, which is, oh, here it is. This is a box card using that. So this folds flat to go in an envelope, which is great. And then it pushes back up. And then you can see the fox trying to chase his butterfly through there. So you can see lots of dimension, and it's really, really easy to make. I'm sure we can do a tutorial of how to make these. Really, really easy, but really effective. And I should have said there was another one of those using the Gnome set just here. Thanks so much. Isn't that cute? I love their puns over at Lawn Fawn. And finally, we have the Be Happy. I love this. It reminds me of Poddington Peas. If anyone is in England and they're kind of our age, you'll remember Poddington Peas. It was a TV show cartoon. You can YouTube it because the girls asked me to do that the other day. And it just totally reminds me of that and brings back some very fond memories. And this again is another sample that we made in class using that Poddington Pea Hap-pea stamp set. So they are all of the stamps that they released. They've also released the first Lawn Fawn Clippings stencils. Now you may wonder what these stencils are for, because they don't look like your typical stencils that you put things in. And yes, Greg, I know they're white, so you can't see anything on camera, so I'll get some out here. There are two different sets. This one here is the seasonal shapes, and the other one is called the essential shapes, and they're designed to coordinate with your reveal wheels. And I went and I grabbed my reveal wheel so I can show you how it works. The idea being that when you cut this piece of your reveal wheel, this stencil here, you'll see fits perfectly. And the idea is that you then know where to stamp precisely. So this is for the new Easter egg add-on, so that shows you exactly where to stamp here. This tells you where to stamp the leaf add-on that we had in the fall. This one shows you where to stamp the heart add-on. So you know exactly where to stamp. There's no more guesswork. It tells you exactly where to put your brad in the middle. This is for the teacher add-on we had. If you remember, I made one of those. And then in the essentials set, we have, let's open this one up. So this is the original piece. If you remember the sentiments we had, that shows you where to put it in there. These were the ovals that we had. This is the new, you'll see this one in a second. This is the semicircles. And then they were the kind of like text emoji boxes. So they show you exactly where to stamp or to stencil, all those kinds of things. So you get that perfect placement and there's no guesswork needed. So I really, really like those. So that's how those stencils work. We also have paper packs. And as with all of the Lawn Fawn papers, you can get them in the petite packs, which is how I buy them, in the 6x6. Or you can get them in 12x12 sheets. And I believe they come in a paper pack, or you can buy them in individual sheets. So we have Spring Fling, and Spring Fling has all of those pretty flowers that you saw on all the samples. And then on the reverse side, they are all star-based. So all of the Lawn Fawn papers come single-sided, so there's no adhesive remorse, because what paper crafter wants adhesive remorse of sticking down a very pretty paper? So you get 36 sheets in your pack, 3 of each of the 12 coordinating designs. You get 3 sheets of each. So we have Spring Fling, we have Spiffy Speckles. So one of them is the solid with the speckles and one is white with the speckles. These remind me of mini eggs. I think it's like mini egg paper. And now you get mini eggs here in the States. You'll know exactly what I mean. And then this one is really rainbow scallops. So again, you have the more solid and then you have the white with the rainbow and the pure rainbow. So this is a really rainbow. This one here is the Spring Fling. This is a Spring Fling paper, and then this is the Spiffy Speckles. This is Spiffy Speckles paper. This is really rainbows paper. We have more Spiffy Speckles here. This is the really rainbows paper. So you can see how much you can do with these papers and how with some creative die cutting. I mean, this looks like a little woodland scene, but it's all cut out of the pretty papers. And it just looks like, you know, you don't have to do any stenciling. You don't have to do any ink blending. It's all done for you just by doing some fun creative die cutting. So I do like using their paper packs, and I store these in one of the art bin 6x6 satchels, and then I have dividers by brand. So that's how I store those. So they are new. And then we have dies, lots and lots of dies again. And so the first one we have is the Tiny Gift Box Chick and Duck add-on. Oh, that was a mouthful. So again, we have lots and lots of options in here. I always find it easy to show you the back of the packaging for these because it gives you all the different options. They've pre-die cut them and made us some samples to look at. So we can make all these different chicks. We can look like one that's just hatch, one that's holding an Easter basket, one that's holding an umbrella. I always have great aspirations of making these for Maddie's class. I never get there, but I have aspirations. They're the kind of hashtag life goals. One day I'll make them. So you would need to buy the gift box or create a gift box. It would be the tiny gift box. It even gives you the code on the back here. But we'll link up those for you. And then you can buy the add-ons. There's bat add-ons, there's raccoon add-ons, there's all sorts of add-ons. And this is the chick add-on for the Easter. We have the straight flower border, and the great thing about this is it creates a border, but you can snip the individual flowers if you wanted to. You can also cut the flower heads. If you're feeling adventurous, you could of course cut them in different colours and stick them on. I find the easiest way with these is to cut them out of white and then either use liquid watercolours or Copics or coloured pencils to just colour them in. I find that's way quicker than having to die cut these and stick them on. Depends how much time you have. And then the next one we have is the stitched umbrella, which is really, really cute. I don't know if there is a sample on the back. So you can see here, you can paper piece that stitched umbrella, which is really cute. So you have, this creates the frame here where you can paper piece into. So it cuts the frame and the paper piece pieces. This just creates the stitched details. If you wanted to, it just creates the outline. And then you have your extra details on here. But being from England where it's always raining, I love my brollies, umbrellas. You can see a nice polka dot one in my future. Next up, we have the stitched flower frame. There's no sample on the back of this one, but this they had at Creativation. It was so pretty because it cuts out all of the pieces and all of them have these beautiful stitch details on them. And if you cut them out of either the new patterned paper or some of those new cardstocks, you can make some really fun things. They also make really lovely scrapbook frames as well. So you can cut your photos out in the middle here and make some really pretty sunflower frames and put them along the edge of a scrapbook page. Then we have the simple wavy banners that work really well with that sentiment set I showed you at the beginning. We have some shadow box add-ons here. So this is the spring add-on. So you can see that was what we used for this guy here. So that's that spring add-on. Here we go. Then we have the shadow box, what's it called? I'm trying to read down the bottom here. This is the park add-on, and I'm pretty sure that's what we used. Yeah, so this is the park add-on. We use some of those elements in here. And then we get to the reveal wheel add-ons that I mentioned when we went through the stencils. So this is that semicircle add-on, the egg add-on, and the butterfly add-on. Love the reveal wheel. I showed you that sample earlier. So this is the reveal wheel. So you have this section, and each of those add-ons creates a different shape here. and you can add in different sentiments, different shapes, different colours. There's so many different options out there. And if you check out, again, top right hand corner, you can see there's a video I did about how you can do a reveal wheel this way round. So I gave you a different option for doing a reveal wheel. We have 2 new background dies, and they always do a landscape and a portrait option, which I really appreciate because I like doing cards both ways. This is a rainy backdrop. Imagine doing it with those new glitter papers and having those shining through as blue drops of rain. How fun would they be? We have the pop-up butterfly, and I thought one of these cards had the pop-up butterfly inside, but maybe they don't. I'll quickly open them just in case. No, maybe not. The pop-up butterfly is absolutely beautiful because of all of these pieces here that you can create. You can paper piece this, and again, one of the girls created it. I must have seen it on the booth, and they paper pieced this. They did the butterfly in black, and they used the sparkle papers and paper pieced it in. Absolutely stunning. We'll have a tutorial on how to assemble it because it really is super, super easy. We have the outside in stitched flower, which again, you can imagine, and also the face in the middle here. I just love some of these faces. They make you feel really happy. Do you remember those flowers that used to bobble their head around in the window, the solar powered ones? They kind of remind me of that. We have the mushroom house that our gnomes could live in. I mean, how cute. We have a mushroom border as well. I mean, so, so sweet. Can you imagine having that round here? So cute. We have our Mother's Day line border. I love these because they're just really clean and simple, and there's no worrying about, once you cut this out, there's a line that comes right through, so you don't have to worry about assembling the letters in a line because they're attached to that line. You don't have to worry about it being straight. It's automatically straight, which I think is fab. We have our mini Easter eggs that you can arrange in different configurations and things, and they're really easy. You just die cut them out of pretty papers, sparkle papers, pattern papers, arrange them on a card, and you can easily make them in bulk. These are those dies that we need to make our magic picture changers. So this is the dies you need for these 2 cards here. So this is the base die that goes with your magic picture changer, and this is the add-on that creates this slightly smaller frame for this one here. So that's how you get the 2 different apertures inside here. So they're your 2 options. Then we have the layered butterfly dies. So you have, this is the outline for each butterfly, and then you have the inside, so you can inlay the different pieces. You could stencil inside, you could mist, you could paper piece, depending on what you wanted to do. You've got lots of options inside of there. You could layer different sizes of cardstock inside as well. We have another line border that says Feel Better, which of course goes great with our Get Well Soon. Then we go to some more fancy borders, which are like this. So this is the fancy border because rather than just being a straight banner, this actually has a fold in it here. So you can see this one actually just folds down, and so that gives you that kind of effect that you've got the Z fold in here too. Then we have the butterfly treat box die. Now this one's actually kind of got buried under here. I'm going to grab my little butterfly treat box. This is what it comes out to. It's kind of the size of maybe a couple of those Hershey nuggets. You could fit some kisses in here. This one I assembled slightly wrong. The piece that has the really pretty bit on the top here actually should have been on the top right here, but that's your fastening, and then you just pop it open like this. And that's your little treat box. And then again, you just put that together. And hashtag life goals. One day we'll have these for all of our class parties at Maddie School. Maybe by the time Tilly goes to school, we might have time to make them. Then we have one more die, which is our fancy lattice backdrop. I mean, so pretty. Can you imagine glitter papers, pretty patterned papers, all of those beautiful, beautiful things on there. So that is the Lawn Fawn release. Lots and lots of fun things in there. I would love to know what your favourite thing is. What are you going to order from the Lawn Fawn release? Of course, all the links are in the video description for you too. And I have a fantastic prize pack. I have 1 pack of all of the new beautiful Lawn Fawn cardstock colours. I have the Spiffy Speckles. I have the really rainbow scallops. I have the No. 2 pencil ink. I have the 2 reveal wheel stencils. I have the mushroom house, the portrait rainy backdrop, the landscape rainy backdrop, and all of this can be won by you. It's going to be an Instagram contest. All you have to do is hop to thehedgehoghollow.com on Instagram, and you can follow the rules to enter there. There's a couple of things you have to do. You have to follow the Hedgehog Hollow, you have to like the post, and leave us a comment with your favourite thing from the new Lawn Fawn release. And of course, tag some friends to enter the competition as well. So hop on over to @thehedgehoghollow on Instagram, enter the competition, and I think you've got about a week to enter, but all the rules will be there for you. Enter to win this fantastic prize pack. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell as well to be notified of future videos. And do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this release overview too. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again very soon. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.